morning we are here at 19 Water to start this journey. We're packing the presents. The van is up there, presents are down here. The van cannot come down here, so we've got everyone here with trolleys, packing the presents into the trolleys, and then those are going all the way up to the van, packing the van, and then we are setting off. We've got the tree strapped to the cars up top. We've got the Lynx roof in here. Hopefully it doesn't fly away. It shouldn't. There is a rope. It should work, should hold down. It'll be fine. We've slowly got more and more trolleys coming back up from underneath. Everything going into the van. This would not have fit in the Hilux. That is for sure. This is absolutely awesome. Yeah. The whole floor's filled, slowly filling up from the back. This thing will be damn near full when we leave. So the plan from here, we're going to do a small convoy to, I can't remember the town's name, but the first official stop will be Uitrecht in KwaZulu-Natal. That is the middle point between here and Kosi Bay. Then from Uitrecht we're going to Kosi Bay. From Kosi Bay things actually kind of officially start, and then I reckon things will start getting interesting. A few Lynxes even swung by to send us off. This one has a 1U ZFE in it with an automatic transmission. I assume, looking at that shifter, it's running a Spectronics management, and I reckon it sounds quite good looking at this header setup. A 4-to-1, or in the case of a V8, 8-to-2 just always sounds the best. And then this one has a Cortina V6 in it. So the carburetor on a little Pinto motor in our Lynx is actually from one of these engines to sort of give the engine enough fuel to run that little hot cam it's got in. I'm making assumptions here, but if this thing's running the V6, this will have a more robust 5-speed gearbox as well as the bigger M75 differential. And this big girl here will be my chariot for the first leg of the trip. And for those of you wondering, I hope you can hear me, this is the new Toyota Hilux GRS. I'm extremely keen on driving this thing, keen on seeing how it feels. I've driven a GT6 before, but it was a narrow body one. So I'm really curious to see how this wider track on this and the slightly altered suspension geometry affects how it handles. Because this is indeed a very big car, so a wide track should help with stability and drivability and comfort quite a bit. And this will be one of the other support cars. I can't call it new yet because it's unreleased. This is the BYD C-Line 6. This one is a plug-in hybrid. I've driven it a little bit, and for now all I can say is that it is quite fancy. And by the way, if you spot us on the road, be sure to take a photo and put it on social media, hashtag BYD spotted. Just do it, you'll understand why later. If you see it, take a pic, post it on social, hashtag BYD spotted. Right, we are officially on our way. Heading to Tasha's Bedfordview. We've got a small convoy with a bunch of other cars in it. Obviously we've got Dominic and Sam up ahead in the Lynx. First impressions of the Hilux? I like it. It's got these suede inserts on the seats so they're a bit more breathable, so you don't sweat yourself to death when it gets hot, because this entire interior is black and red, mostly black, but it's got some nice sporty red accents. And I can immediately hear in driving it that it is in a hotter state of tune than your base GT6. That BYD looks absolutely hilarious with a tree strap to the top of it. It looks so out of place. I love it. So sadly, the little tree on the big BYD did not last. We might have to, that can be there for now, but we'll have to sort this out before we leave. They definitely put the right red on this thing. I could see this thing down the road from a mile away. I could not recognize that it was a Lynx, but I saw the big red dot far up ahead and I knew that was this. For now, I'm quickly going to set the camera down so I can get fuel in myself before I expire. Alright, we are about half an hour into the trip, and so far it's been rather uneventful. Sam may or may not have ran into the back of the Hilux right when we set off while pulling out to the parking lot, but that's not a problem. What do I think of the Hilux? Currently not much. We've been sitting at 100 k's an hour, mostly because of A, the Ibeco Daily that's tailing us is governed to 100, and I think Sam is a little bit afraid of the Lynx. So we've just been cruising. So far, all I can tell you is that the seats in this thing are rather comfortable, and I cannot for the life of me figure out how the Bluetooth, CarPlay, Android Auto, whatnot, whatever it has, I cannot figure out how it works. So me and Freddie are just sort of sitting in silence. We've got a halfway point before we reach Utrecht, just so everybody can stretch their legs, and I will get back to you when we stop there. All the way to Utrecht, because it's only got a U and not a UI. That thing drove all the way here! If you can't already tell, we just made it to Utrecht, which is our first official destination, and where we will be spending tonight before we head to Cozy Bay tomorrow, where the trip kind of officially starts. We're keeping a very slow pace, about 100 kilometers an hour. My average speed, the Hilux tells me, is 70 kilometers an hour, and I have been getting 10.2 liters per 100 kilometers, which is not bad at all, considering this thing has an 80 liter diesel tank. So this thing will damn near closely do 800 kilometers if you drive like you're driving the Miss Daisy. So we just made it to our overnight accommodation here in Utrecht. Tomorrow is going to be the longest stint of the trip so far. We're looking about, at our pace, about 7 hours, 6 hours more or less. Going to be a long one. We're going to leave early, but we're going to get a good night's rest. This accommodation seems quite nice, and here are dogs. Hello. 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 Hi. What is your name? How do you like the sleigh, sir? How do you like the sleigh? And here we are, me and Nelson. How's it, Nelson? Are sharing a room. It is an room. We're getting dinner and breakfast here. And this is a really nice place, actually. Gosh, I love KwaZulu-Natal, man. I love the I love the fauna. The fauna are the animals. I love the flora. I love the way it looks. I love the way it smells. I love the roads, the curvy, windy roads. Although they are sometimes a little bit fucked. I love this place, man.
I think it should be a chicken.
Right, it is tomorrow. We make our final trip to Cozy Bay today. The Lynx is doing well. Just checked oil, water. Those are all good. All the other cars are also all good. Apparently the BYD did like 3.6 liters per 100, which, it being a hybrid, I guess is not insane, but those are some quite impressive numbers, I will not lie. So while the guys let the Lynx warm up over there, I'll give you a quick update on the other fleet vehicles. So the Kennedy Tools Cromwell van, that's doing well, it's just dreadfully slow. Hilux doing well. BYD doing well. Sadly, the tree that was supposed to be on top of the BYD did not survive the trip to Tasha's, and it had to be banished. Today's leg to Cozy Bay will be the second longest leg of this trip. First, the longest leg being wherever we are before East London to East London, and apparently that's not a great road either, so we're warming up for that.
Stressing about the shift becoming too tight now.
Yeah, let's check the viscosities.
This is going to be your thickest.
SA80W, it doesn't have a hot rating either.
Doesn't, because this is going to be too thin, 1030, and 1040 is a little thicker. And I know Bel-Ray is going to be probably your thickest.
You try running that gearbox on 1040, it will just explode.
That's what I said. I said rather put maple syrup in it than actually.
Yeah, like this is
Like
when
even
you said
this,
put maple syrup,
I can
Sam
feel
got
this
a bit
is
too excited.
not good.
This is too thin at your
Oh, is it the Hilux?
Bother. Hilux just had a little moment, but let's continue the oil So this is a bike shop. They don't quite have the right stuff for cars. And while we're supposed to be looking for oil, the two bike guys, I was like, yeah!
390.
Pro tapers, bro. Come on. Pro tapers. Hello, Tops. Feel that.
Hell yeah, feels like
Like
rubber
that.
to me, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely rubber. Alright, so none of this will work, and it will contaminate the oil that's already in it, so we're not getting oil here. But this morning when we set off, there was a small puddle. A tiny little, just drip puddle underneath the Lynx. That means it's still got oil in it. Wait, I got some good news from the guy that works here at the shop. There is gear oil here, and there's a shop next to here that might have as well. So let's see if we've got the right stuff. Oh, we do not. I'm gonna go to the shop next door. And the good thing is, today is Monday, so places are open. This is good. Yes, spares and workshop. We like what we see. Hello.
Hello.
We're looking for gearbox oil. Okay, so they only stock EP90, which I'm unfamiliar with. It is a gearbox oil and it's the correct stuff, but it doesn't show what grade it is on the bottle. They do have axle oil though, and we might need a top up on that later, so we might grab that though. So how are you feeling this morning?
Nervous, Ron. Nervous, to tell you the truth. As you can hear, our steering has developed a bit of a squeak.
Oh, that's up front.
It sounds like a good time.
Do it again. Nelson, do it again.
That's all it is? Okay. That's how you know the wheels are still on.
Just keep doing it. I
Some
think
Kennedy tools.
Some Kennedy tools. I will need a 17 mil ratchet. So that's my bad. Seems I didn't tighten the tie rod ends all the way down. So where's the toolbox? Oh, it's down here. Oh, my bad. Oh, it's still in the box.
It has to be easily accessible.
Yes, 100%. I was like, wait, no. I'm gonna unwrap a present now. It's like Christmas morning.
So it is day 2 and our Kennedy South Africa toolbox is already coming out. Rowan's got it over here. And Nelson, just turn the wheel for us please, my brother. Yeah. No, it shouldn't happen like that. So Rowan's got a, what is this thingy thing?
It's a ratchet.
A ratchet. And a socket.
For those of you at home.
Yes. And what we're going to do is we're going to tighten, what are we tightening?
Tie rod end bolt.
Tie rod end bolt. And
The word of the day for today is torque specs.
Leave that stuff. Why are we trusting me with this?
Because it's just one bolt.
Yo, they were loose, eh?
Yeah.
Damn it, Rowan! Oh! So just as well I checked.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's or I made it go opposite lock.
We didn't redo that.
Want to finish it off so we
Like,
don't
oh
die?
no, it's loose. Let me loosen it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do. I was like, for some reason now it only works when it goes loose.
The tie rod ends were a bit more loose than I wanted them to be, but that squeak seems to be the ball joints that have run dry. The protective cups in the ball joints have ruptured and they are dry. Okay, we are losing time, but the people here at Utrecht Auto in general said we can pull the Lynx in and they will grease those ball joints for us. Thank you very much, UAG. So Dominic's quickly pulling it into the workshop. Broken opal in its natural habitat.
Ooh, a buckle.
Oh yeah! How cool is that?
I think it's a buckle. I'm not sure.
Could be a rattle.
Oh, that is cool.
And the registration is nut.
Nut.
Anyways, this thing has brand new wheel bearings in it and we're supposed to check them. We don't really have a way of lifting the car up, taking the wheels off, checking the wheel bearings. Seems the right front wheel bearing is weeping a little bit. That's to be expected. You're supposed to, when you do wheel bearings, do them up, drive a little bit and then torque them again and then they're good. Just not sure when we're going to get opportunity to do that.
So while Ruan is busy grease gunning our ball joints, I'm sure you can hear this in the background, I have found something pretty cool. Look at this, guys. I don't actually know what it is, so I'm going to ask Dom. Dom, what is it?
I actually don't fully know.
Okay, so it's definitely a military vehicle. I think it's either a rattle or a buffle or some sort of thing. Very, very old. Farm protection this one is actually for. Check, it's even got like a bit of like a net thing over here. Oh, it's totally open inside. Okay, bulletproof, but totally open inside. So I could just actually like patwa and then ricochet it. Next year, this should be the sleigh.
Imagine how thirsty it would be.
I don't want to imagine. So, fun fact everybody, we are currently at what used to be one of the biggest Mercedes workshops in the country. There's Mr. Ron, behind the scenes of behind the scenes. And if we have a look here, yeah, we got the grease gun here. Hey, listen to it!
You mean there's nothing?
There's no noise!
So today Mr. Nelson will be driving the first stint. Good luck with that side door, sir. I watched this thing in my rearview mirror, and every couple of seconds the driver door just flies open while they're doing 100. That thing is so sketch. Onto the land of luxury, that is the GRS, especially when compared to the Lynxy Poo over there. We'll finally get a move on. It is 9:53. We have 4.5 hours left on this journey.
Is there a garage close by? Oh shit, Wisdom needs to pull up, guys. We need to stop at a garage. Dude, the closest one's going to be behind us. Let's turn around.
Yes, let's turn around.
Hey!
How's she been treating you?
Loving it, loving it. Absolutely stunning little girl.
Not too scary?
Scary, especially through the potholes, hopping around a little bit, but she's a treat.
I saw you hit a quite gnarly one. Is your spine still attached to the back of you?
We're still gonna examine.
They ejected, they
If
out.
I come out of the car and I wobble around, then you know, broken.
We'll know. Now, I was criticizing Sam for not getting a Toyota, but Toyotas are loved, yes, but not even a Toyota would have had the reaction that this gets from public, and when kids see it and parents see it, people absolutely love this thing. Right, cheese everyone, just for the Hilux. It's a short wheelbase as well. Right, cheese everyone. 1, 2. There you go.
Thank you.
So we're all worried about time because we've got 4 hours and 33 minutes to arrive at our destination at regular speeds, and we are doing below that. And Mr. Dominic goes into Wimpy. We're wondering where he's disappeared to. We think he's dying on the toilet somewhere. This man goes and gets himself a milkshake. What do you have to say for yourself?
The one and only.
Give her a pump while you're cranking.
Pardon?
Give her a pump while you're cranking.
Once or twice?
Once. There you go. Okay, so we had a small snag. Just some preventative maintenance we're quickly doing to the Lynx right now. Topping up the gearbox oil, topping up the brake fluid. Brake fluid was fine, gearbox oil we don't know yet, but that should be fine as well. So the gearbox wasn't whining, so it shouldn't be too low. So we are here at Itala Game Reserve. We are going to have a bite while we wait for the gearbox to cool down, so we don't have to play, in Dom's words, hot potato with it. And then me and Dom will likely hop in the Lynx, and we're gonna rat fink it. Right, I'm not sure if you can hear me this well, but we just left here at the game reserve, had some lunch, topped up the fluids as mentioned. Dominic's at the helm of this thing. I've not yet reached my driving stint for it yet, but I'm sitting passenger and we are making the final push down to Coasty Bay. Hopefully we'll be hauling ass now because the Kennedy Tools truck will meet us there, so we can do the speed that we can do. It is 1:30. We've got about 5 hours drive left, so we're going to arrive in Coasty Bay at dusk if all goes well. This is bound to be interesting. At least we now have the roof on. Very happy for that. I must say, as far as pit stops go, this certainly could have been worse. Not every day that you see 3 giraffes clustered together like that. They normally tend to sort of wander 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These normally tend to wander alone, in my experience at least. And they just sort of, how'd you like the sleigh? It's cool, right? They're not bothered. it needs an Italian tune-up.
Yeah.
We're sorting that now.
It would be better if I didn't have a reindeer's clutch in my face, but...
I'm very jealous that you got to drive that road. Because even coming back down when I was in the Hilux, I had to sort of keep pace for the truck. And I just started playing with the paddle shifters because it actually listens to you.
It does.
And I just started having fun and I heard on the radio, like, hey guys, the truck's falling. I was like, damn, that's such a fun road. So we just went through some mountain. Wait, let me just tell you myself. So we just went through some mountain passes and we were driving quite spirited. And can you just tell the camera what you just told me?
I've made the fuel, what is this
The
one
econometer.
called? The econometer go from green to red all the way around back to green.
So basically the econometer measures how much vacuum the engine is pulling. In essence, how hard the engine is working. So you just looped it. We have been making excellent time since leaving Itaba Game Reserve. We just stopped Pongola to brim the tank in this. I did the quick calculation. We've been getting 11 kilometers to the liter. That's a what? 9.5 liters per 100. Not bad at all, considering that after we left Itaba, we put foot. It's not mine, but thanks. So we were making good time, but we are now close to the Mozambican border, and that means only one thing: coal trucks, and being stuck behind coal trucks. You reckon we sent her a bit hard?
I rate the hill, it didn't like the hill.
Yeah, so we still have the radiator cap, that's good.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about.
Yeah.
I won't lie, that was my first thought, was the radiator cap. Woo, that's hot.
So of all the places to overheat, this isn't one of the worst. We've had this conversation before back when I did Tani Pass with my V8 Hilux. By the way, go watch that video. We are looking over at the Pongola Dam. Here's a mountain. BYD. So we're trying to stay positive here, but there's one thing hindering us from being positive. By the way, Nelson took the Hilux to a tuck shop to go retrieve more water. But the one thing keeping us from being positive, what the hell? Like, it gets worse the further we go down.
Look at that.
That is, by the way, that's Phoebe. How's it, Phoebe?
Hi.
That's absolutely disgusting. So to all the litter bugs, why? Just don't. Just like, this is how we have trash. It lives there, and then we stop and it goes in a bin as it's supposed to do. Luckily, this was like 700 meters away from where we stopped to cool down. We were able to get to buy 4 liters because we only had a little bit of cash, and they only take cash here. But what they're helping us with is they are filling up a pail of water. Then we're going to transfer water from the pail to the small bottles into the radiator. Road trips like these are all about the people. It's not the cars that make trips like this. It's the experiences you have, the people you meet, And when you're driving stuff like that, the people who help you along the way, and that is really where 70% of this experience will live at, I feel.
Yeah, Zama.
Thank goodness. It was like defusing a bomb. So we are back on the road again. Very thankful for the people from Bizelako Discount Liquors for hooking us up with some water. Apparently he got some caffeine as well. Things looking good. We've got 2 hours and 17 minutes according to Miss Google. We are setting off. Luckily the worst of the uphill is done. I think we're about to crest to go downhill. It was really the high load, low speed that overheated this thing. Because at speed, at revs, this thing is good because it's got a viscous or a solid fan on it. But because it doesn't have an electric fan, it needs revolutions or actual wind speed to keep it cool. And that's what bit us. So we hit some traffic for what felt like forever. Someone stuck their hand in here and whacked me upside the head. I've still got my hat, so I guess it could have been worse. But we're just about to cross the Pongola Dam. So we're about an hour out of Kosi Bay, and the roads may or may not have slightly deteriorated. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but this interior sounds like a box of Legos and you're just shaking it. Quite frankly, yes, it's not the best experience in the world. It's not super comfortable, makes no sense, but there's just something romantic about doing a trip like this in an old shit box. Yes, you can do it in a new modern car, you can do it in a hybrid and do 1,000,000 miles and not have to fill up. But where's the romance in that? Where's the fun in it? Yes, there were many stressful mornings and many late nights prepping this car, and it's still not 100%. It is a little bit iffy, but we're almost at Kosi Bay. Yes, we did overheat, but any old Cortina or Escort would have overheated. And this thing has been taking this trip like a champ. So take this as your sign. I've said there's a great many brakes. Take this as your sign. Get the shit box, fix the shit box, and do that trip. I forgot I had sunglasses on. Whoopsie. So we're trying to figure things out. We all thought we were going to Kosi Bay Lodge. We're supposed to go to Palm Tree Lodge. This is absolutely horrible. Oh my days.
Dude, look how I'm having to bloody drive.
I see that. The camera can't see it because it's so bloody dark, but and Google, shut up! So I'm not sure if this is an upgrade. It's an upgrade for the Hilux because that thing will do it. We are off the sand road where we were bottoming out and on a washboard road. This car was not meant to do this.
Why are you stopping? Go!
What are you doing, sir, in the Hilux? Hello.
See, it says we. Okay, do we carry on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we carry on. Yeah.
Carry on.
So let's use the Hilux as our headlights. Yes, that's not a bad idea. Right, we're 6 minutes away. I'll get back to you when we are at accommodation, fed. This is getting rather uncomfortable, so bye. It was rather wild, but the Lynx made it. the Lynx made it.
See it in the daylight.
That's
but it
what
was a
matters.
rough drive.
We're positive now. We might be less positive in the daylight when we see what state this thing is in. But
I'm worried about this.
that is next video's problem. I'm gonna end this video here. Hope you enjoyed watching. Leave a few comments down below. Let me know what you want to see more of. Let me know what you want to see less of. I will see you in the next one. Cheerios.